you aware that the moment that you think it, you have it? It's really that simple and it's really that true. Okay, when you imagine something, when you ask for something, when you think of something, it is yours. You have it. The moment that you ask for it, you have it. We have access to everything that we want, all those possible realities, all day, every day. And it's got to do with what thoughts you're choosing, what emotions you're practicing. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to really act as if you already have it and attract it, what that really means, what you actually have to do. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliette Cleary. I'm a manifesting coach. And if you're new here and you like the content, make sure to subscribe, tap that bell icon for upcoming videos, and give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure to share this video. Anything that the mind can conceive, it can achieve. If you can imagine something, it can be your reality. And I know when you hear that, or when you say that to yourself, I bet that you have some kind of limiting thoughts stepping in saying, well, actually, is that possible? Can I have this? Can I really achieve that? And those thoughts come when we forget that we are energy, that we are energy, that this entire universe is energy, and that everything that we want, every desire, every goal, every possible reality is also energy that we can attract, we can experience, we can magnetize toward us. Now, I'm going to assume that you already have heard the term acting as if, which means you have to act as if you already have what you want, what you've been asking for. You have to live as if it's already yours. And so that can be a very tricky concept because you're living often the opposite of what you want. And so it's kind of like, okay, how do I deal with focusing on the 3D, on the 3D world in front of me, the current reality, whilst also dreaming and finding that vision and practicing those good feeling thoughts about my future and focusing on my goal and acting as if pretending that it's already mine and it's already done and I'm living it. Now, there are a few different ways that you can go about this, but I'm going to keep this really, really simple, okay? What I want you to do is to find the feeling of what it's like to already have that thing. Maybe you've had it in the past. Maybe you've felt something similar. Or you can just assume, that, if you had the money, you would feel more free, more excited, right? If you had the body that you want, you would also feel free and confident and in love with yourself, right? So pinpoint exactly what that feeling is. What is that feeling that you need to replicate? Because the feeling is the frequency. You need to get on the frequency of your goal. So you need to find the feeling and come back to the feeling and surrender to that feeling. Okay, and write this down. Write this down so you've got it there, you're very clear about it. Now you know how it would feel. Your goal is to find that feeling throughout your day as often as you can in any way that you can. Now, this is just step one, okay? You're going to find that feeling, come back to that feeling, remember that feeling. Sometimes, that feeling will come with imagery. There's things that you imagine that would bring about that emotion, that feeling of it's already done. Whatever you can do to get to that feeling, you do that. And you do that as often as you can. Now, in the beginning, when you start doing something like this, it feels off. It feels a little bit uncomfortable. It feels maybe not so natural. But that's like any habit. That's like when you start exercising and you don't exercise much at all. If you want to create a habit of exercise in your daily life, then you need to be consistent, and then it becomes more natural to you. It feels like, yeah, this is just a part of my life now. You kind of program your subconscious mind to, this is who I am, this is what I do. And then eventually to not exercise feels unnatural. And it's the same thing with these kind of manifesting techniques, with finding the feeling of your desire and practicing that, getting on the frequency of your goal and practicing that, right? The more you do it, it becomes second nature, right? Repetition is how we program our subconscious mind for something to become a habit, to become natural to us, that we just do it all the time, right? So, but what I'm going to add into that is not just repetition. It's repetition with feeling. It's repetition with emotion, right? Because if you're just thinking a thought about your goal, and you're doing it consistently, but you could be every time activating the lack of it and feeling it, right? Feeling that negative energy, that negative emotion. And so you're not actually focused on your desire. In fact, you're pushing it away temporarily. And so you're not doing the work, right? So repetition with positive emotion, with a positive feeling. Now, once you do this for a little while, maybe even a few days, maybe a week, could be even shorter, could be just one day, right? And you've managed to feel the emotions of your future more consistently. Do it before bed, do it when you wake up in the morning, and do it as consistently as you can throughout your day. Remember the feeling. Remember that feeling. Maybe it's like a certain scenario or imagery or idea or something that just, or maybe it's just a word of freedom, right? Whatever it is for you that conjures up that feeling of it's already done, it's mine, right? You're on the frequency of your goal, and you're just remembering that throughout your day. You're remembering that, you're practicing that. Now that you've done that and you're starting to feel better, you are starting to notice that your vibration is raising because you're feeling more positive more often. You feel better about your goals because you're getting on the frequency of them more often, okay? So once you've done that, for maybe a few days or however long it takes you to kind of feel like you are doing it and it's making a difference in your mental and emotional state, now is the time to take action. Now what's going to take you to that next level is discovering the actions that you can start implementing right now that's going to make you feel like you're already this version. Right? So you're finding the feeling and you're practicing it, but now you want to add action into that. And take it like one small step at a time, because some people get overwhelmed with trying to do too much, trying to focus too much, or too many actions, too many manifesting techniques. So make sure you're not overwhelming yourself, because the feeling, how you're feeling is most important. All right? So follow your guidance. So when you're in a good feeling state, usually it's best to do this kind of an exercise in the morning. I want you to write down in your journal, I want you to write down what kind of actions would make you feel here. So if this is where you are, what would make you feel like you already are this person? Okay? And write down as many things as you can think of. Like even this ideal person who has this ideal reality or this dream reality, maybe they wake up earlier. Maybe they meditate more. Maybe they focus on the positive side of everything, and that's something you could start doing now. Maybe they express themselves more fully and more openly. Maybe they're not so much of a talker about their goals, but a doer. Maybe they take action more. Maybe they're really good at making decisions. Maybe they're a great decision maker. Maybe they're confident about their ability to do anything, to have anything, to get anything, right? To be anything. Maybe, if it's to do with money, right? We have a lot of limitations tied to money. Like we don't allow ourselves to live fully until we have the money, right? So start doing the things that you would do if you had the money. Obviously to the best of your ability. You're not spending a ton of money that you don't have, right? But there are things that you could start doing that maybe you're holding off on doing until you get that thing, right? And I talked about that in a previous video. But along with that, what can I do to make it feel real? What can I do to make this feel more real to me? And trust me, when you are getting on that high frequency with the way that you're feeling and thinking, it will feel real. You'll have moments where it feels like it's all done, it's all real, and you don't have to do anything to make it feel that way, right? But there are going to be moments where you're kind of just looking around at your current reality, your 3D reality, and you're focused there, and you're kind of losing faith, or you're just, because you cannot see with your senses what's coming. So you have to trust that it is coming, and I promise you that it is. So if it's a holiday, like for example, maybe you're waiting for the money to go buy certain things for your luggage or traveling, right? But what if you actually started to buy now? If you really, really can't afford it, then print out photos or put photos on your phone screen, or go through photos and look at these things. And when you look at them, say, it's already mine. It's mine, thank you. Thank you, it's mine. You know, if it's a relationship that you're wanting, if you had the relationship, you would feel more loved. Start loving yourself more right now. How can you bring more love into your life? Start doing that. Or maybe you're really wanting to settle down with a partner, but you're living alone, and really everything around you, you can see it looks like a single person is living in this home, right? So start to make space, start to make room for this extra person that you want coming into your life. Now, these are not things that you absolutely have to do, but if it's going to put you in the feeling place of it's already done and it's coming, it's mine, right? Then you want to do things like that if they do make you feel that way. Anything that you can do to get feeling more like this person, like you're on this frequency, this reality, do it. If it's, about weight loss, allow yourself to go to the beach wearing whatever you're wearing right now, even if it's not ideal. But if you had that ideal body, you probably would be going to the beach more. You probably would be feeling like, doing more fun things, allowing yourself to be seen more. Start showing up as that person. So that's what the whole acting as if really is. You could take it to another level and just really, consistently throughout your day, pretend like you're living that reality. But that can kind of be a little bit tricky. So the acting as if is not pretending. That's what I want to make a distinction right now, is we're not pretending that this is real. We're accepting that this is real. Okay? Comes back to the law of assumption. You assume it's already yours. You assume it's already done. It is. Accept that. So you're doing these things knowing that they're helping you to feel more that way, because you know it's on a certain frequency, this thing that you want, or all the things that you want, right? And you know that you have to tune yourself, your frequency, to get right up there, right? And to do that a little more consistently. So when I'm saying act as if, what I'm really saying is feel as if, and then follow inspired actions that enhance the feeling. If you want that dream home, decide that you're going to have that dream home. Decide, yep, that's mine. Don't wait for the money to say, okay, well then I'll decide if that's mine or whatever. Decide it's yours. The moment that you think it, it is yours. You have it. All right? Assume and accept that it is yours and it is done. And it is a reality. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I do have a free product in the description box below. 5 steps to your ideal reality. So a little manifesting challenge. If you're interested in that, just click the link. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching again, and have a beautiful day.